Hello, my fellow gamers. This is Moses with Project Baka, and in this video, I want to give you a little story on how I purchased a new handheld during today's lunch break. So let's start off with that story. Now, today's Friday, and on Fridays, I usually don't like cooking for my lunch, even for dinner. So usually it's an eat out day, and again, it was that day. So lunch is coming up. I usually again go to a local mom and pop shop. They make great food, and I usually eat there for my lunch. But today I wasn't feeling it, so I decided to just go pick up the food and come back home. As you see, I do work from home, so I went out there, picked up my food, was on my way back, and then I do see that there was an estate sale. So I was like, all right, I've been having good luck with people actually having handhelds, and especially in the Midwest, somehow everybody has had one. And yeah, so I was like, let me try my luck here. And it's an estate sale, so people are probably moving out of the state and they want to get rid of everything, so prices are going to be very reasonable. So I went in, was speaking to the guy, and I told him, hey, this is kind of like what I'm looking for. Do you have any Nintendo handhelds or anything like that? Or a PlayStation Vita, PlayStation Portable, whatever. And he's like, let me check. I think I might have one. So he went back there to his garage. Everything was open, so it's like the whole driveway, his yard, and the garage. So it was a really nice house. So he just had everything out there, and they needed to get rid of everything in the next 2 days. So that was happening. So he goes back there and he actually comes out with this beautiful Nintendo 3DS. So just outright straight letting you know here that this is in really, really good shape. It's a little dirty, but it has very minor scratches that you can barely see, but you can turn on a light, there's some wear and stuff like that. So yeah, so he popped that out. Again, it was in really good shape. If I can rate it, it'd be like an A-. So screens look actually really good. I'm going to show you here, and it does have screen protectors. So there's a screen protector there and down here as well. But if you look at the pad here, lightly used, there's no wear there. Everything looks in really, really good shape. Looks fairly new. So this is one console, this handheld, this Nintendo 3DS is something that I've always wanted that I just never purchased. So it was this exact one that I wanted, a purple one, 3DS, and in my opinion, this 3DS was the best from all the handhelds. And I know people are going to disagree, but for me, in my opinion, it just felt the best. I like the shape, the boxy feel, the look. It was just my taste. So again, it's still my opinion that it's been the best one. But again, I know the new 3DS and all that stuff, they're amazing. But for me, again, my feel is this one. So again, so he popped this out, and it had a game in there, so which was the Angry Birds trilogy, and it had a memory stick in there, 4 gigabytes. So it had a charger as well. I tried to turn it on, it turned the color, I think it was green, so it's saying it was working. It just wasn't fully charged. So whatever that was occurring, I was super excited in my head. I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna lowball this dude, but I want to pay what I think it's worth. But we're just kind of talking, and he said he was moving to a different state for work and stuff like that. So he's like, yeah, I'm just trying to get rid of these things. And I told him, how much are you selling that? He's like, just shoot me a number. I really, again, it's crazy how people in the Midwest work, because a lot of them just don't care. They just want to get rid of these things. So I told him, hey, I have 220s. You want 40 for it? And he was like, yeah, I'm fine with that. He was like, I thought you were going to offer me like 20. I'm like, I can offer you 20. He's like, I honestly don't care. And I told him, I'll give you 40 because it looks really good, and I honestly don't know how much they're worth, but I'll give you 40 just because that's what I feel it's worth at the moment. So he took it, and I took it. So, like I'm telling you, I don't look online for these things. I don't look in eBay. I don't look at any of that stuff. So I honestly don't know how much these things are worth. So, and I thought maybe it was worth like $80 or something like that. But looking online, they are selling between $120 to $150 at the moment. And these that are apparently more uncommon, the purple ones, these are going between $180 to $200, and the shape closer to $200. So again, I'm not sure if they're actually selling for that, but that's how much they are listed online for these. So it just felt ridiculous to me of how much they are going online. But this is kind of what I want to talk about as well. Now, these handhelds are great. They're great. But are they worth that much? In my opinion, they are not. Yes and no. Yes and no. And it's hard. I wouldn't pay that much. I understand why people are paying for it. But again, I wouldn't pay for it. So yeah, that's where I'm at on that. People get too much into the hype of, getting something, so people are going crazy and buying them. They have a lot of FOMO, and again, they just purchase without even thinking. They just see that it's a price now, it can be a price later. For me, what's been working for me is having patience and giving trust that I can find it. And again, I started this journey not too long ago, and every handheld I've been purchasing has been at a good, reasonable price, even way under market, because I'm being patient. I know what I'm looking for. So for the Nintendo handhelds, I'm looking for all of them. So if I find one, I'm gonna get it. So, but again, at the price I'm requesting, and if they don't want to sell it for that price, then I'll wait until somebody does sell it for that price. So again, this is one I've always wanted, this color, everything on it. And I made the offer to the guy and he said yes. So I'm adding this to my collection. Now, the crazy thing is that, again, patience is a big thing, because the reason the market goes crazy is because people go crazy with it. And if you give yourself patience, then I feel like you can find it for a good price. Now, these Nintendo sold 80 million units, closer to 80 million units on these. So there should be a lot out there available. And again, this is one of the reasons I'm finding it, because people have them. Now, there are more rare ones where I do understand that those are probably going to be more expensive, but you need to find ways to kind of find a solution there. Now, I've spoken a lot about my local retro game store. I've made, friends with the people there. I've become good friends with the owner. He's apparently had that shop open for about 20 plus years. So, yeah, he has a reputation in the neighborhood. So people always go there and sell him the stuff. So he has a good quality of selection of things. So one thing that they're very strict on for their method of buying and selling is, how do you call it? They have price sets for certain things. So something like a Nintendo 3DS, they're like, we'll pay, $50 for this, and we'll sell it for 90 or 100, depending on the condition. They're very strict about that. If someone's like, oh, I want $60, I want 60, or I want 75, they're like, no, we're just paying 50. If you say no, then we're not taking it. And they can do that because they have an inventory of things. So, so that's pretty much the way they work. But I'm talking to the owner. He's like, hey, if someone, is selling something like a 3DS for, let's say, $60 or $70, would you want me to give him your number, saying, hey, I actually know someone that would actually pay you that price? I told him, yes, please do that. So I actually ended up making a list of things that I'm kind of looking for, and the prices that I'm kind of looking for. And if it falls around that category, he would release my information to that person saying, hey, I have someone that would probably pay for that, so you can call them. And, let's hope that works. But I can only do that because I built a good relationship with them. And again, just having a good personality and being nice to people. And, again, networking is really important. And again, it helps you with whatever you want to do. So in this situation, the collecting of my handhelds and games is going to come from that. So super happy, super excited that this happened. Like I said, it's in amazing shape. I'm super excited I got this. I'm excited to play it. I did test it out. Everything works completely fine. The game is actually pretty fun. It's like the mobile version of it. But like I said, overall, everything is working well. It feels well. And I'm going to build my collection like this. Talking to people locally, building relationships, and hopefully, connecting this way. Like I said, I've always wanted, especially this one. This was the one that I've always wanted. And during that time, like I said, I worked for, I worked with IGN, and I was never in the Nintendo section. I was always playing on PlayStation and Xbox. So again, that's what my job was, just reviewing strictly those consoles. And I was always envious of the Nintendo people. But, you know, again, I enjoyed my time doing that. But I skipped that whole era of Nintendo, and now I am outside of the PlayStation and Xbox era, and I'm coming back to what I missed with Nintendo. So I'm super excited to, again, get all these new handhelds, these new games, experiencing them, and eventually getting my daughters to play them as well, play with all that I'm buying, so they can kind of know the history of all of it and appreciate it as well. So that's all I want to talk about in this video. I know it went a little too long. I ranted a little bit, but it's very nice to talk to the community, and the gaming community is honestly the best community out there. No one can say otherwise. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any comments down below, if you think I'm making good deals, if eventually, if I get to a point where I get a little bit bigger, I can probably purchase some stuff for you guys. If you guys, you know, subscribe, or I'll probably do like a little membership thing, a free membership. I'm not going to charge, by the way. I'll do like a free membership that I can build a friend list. And if you guys send me like, hey, I want again, a 3DS. If you find another one, can you send it out to me? You know, if I buy it for $50, then I'll charge you $50, and you just have to pay for shipping, and I'll do it all myself like that. So again, I eventually want to build that with the community to, you know, help each other out, get what we want, and build our collections together as a group. But that's in a later thing. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.